Hey there, so I just got done filming this look. I'm on my way out, but I had some time on my hands, so I decided to go ahead and film this video telling you about how I grew my hair long, specifically from about shoulder length to pretty much waist length. Now, the first thing on my list would have to be research and education. Before starting my hair journey, I watched so many YouTube videos, I read blogs and different literature about how to grow black hair. So when I started my hair journey, I was equipped with the information, and that helped me like a whole lot. So my first thing would be to do your research and to become knowledgeable about black hair and hair on a whole, how to grow hair. The second thing on my list of how I grew my hair long was that I developed a regimen. I guess I could do another video going in detail about my regimen, but it is critical that you do have one in place to have a structure that you can follow until you learn your hair and you know what's good for it, what's not, and you can tweak and change, but it's important to have a regimen that you follow on a week to week and on a day to day. Third thing, deep condition that hair. Now, depending on the week and the state of your hair, you might need a moisturizing deep conditioner or like a protein treatment. There are several videos, blog posts out there on how to tell if your hair needs moisture or if it needs protein. I think the basics is that if you do like a strand test, which is you take a shed strand from your hair, don't pull one out.
Thank you.
Take a shed strand, dip it in some water. If it stretches and stretches and stretches and doesn't return to its original state or just pops, then you need some protein because there is no structure to that strand. You need some moisture if your hair just stretches and snaps. There's no elasticity there. And if it stretches and then returns to its original state, then you're okay, and you can do like a mixture of both, or you could do a moisture this week and then a protein the next week. Yes, so as I said before, deep conditioning is very important to your hair. You're gonna want to deep condition at least once a week, and I would say use some form of heat. Whether you're gonna put on that plastic cap and sit under the hooded dryer for 10 to 30 minutes, or you're gonna go to sleep, deep condition overnight, or you're gonna go hit the gym or just do a home workout, get some heat up there so that you can open your cuticles and that the deep conditioner can penetrate the strands and rejuvenate and repair them. Where am I now? 4. The fourth thing on my list is to stay away from heat. I say this because dry hair breaks. I think most of us know that by now.
I've been saying it over and over on my blog.
Yeah, dry hair breaks, and heat dries out your hair. Stay away from heat. The only heat you need is when you're deep conditioning. If you do have to use heat, ensure that you're using heat after you have just washed your hair and also you have deep conditioned your hair that wash day. The fifth thing, protective styling. My hair grew, let me rephrase that. I retained the most length when I was protective styling. I had the wigs, the braids, mostly wigs, and I really retained length. Another important do is low manipulation styling. Combing your hair, brushing your hair really takes a toll on your strands. It weakens them, it breaks them. So when you do low manipulation styles, then you're able to leave your hair alone. Again, on the styling, do not do tight braids, tight styles. That's a no-no. The ponytails that are too tight, they're gonna cause you to lose your edges. We need our edges. what you think a protective style may actually be to your hair's detriment, so you want to be careful. Another important thing where protecting your hair is concerned is whenever you're laying down, be it at night when you're sleeping or in the daytime when you're just lounging, get you a silk pillowcase, a silk scarf, or a bonnet, and those things will help to keep the moisture in your hair while you lounge, and also it will prevent friction from causing breakage. The cotton pillowcases, they really do dry out your hair, and it will indeed cause breakage over time. Alright, so the next thing on my list, and this was also very, very important, and this obviously only applies to us relaxed heads, and that is to stretch your relaxer. Many of us growing up used to get relaxers every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks, and I think now we realize that it is imperative for us to wait at least 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks, as long as you can. The longer the better, really. And the new growth that we have will allow us to process our hair with the relaxer without having the relaxer touch previously processed or relaxed hair. And that will prevent overlapping, keeping our hair strong and resilient and able to grow to longer lengths. I'm about tip number 8 or so. I don't know. The last thing is your diet, your fitness, and your general level of health. Healthy hair comes from a healthy body. We can't be just not taking care of ourselves and expect our outsides to be just wonderful and magnificent while our insides are deteriorating. It's not gonna happen. So we need to eat healthy, get your protein, your vitamins, your minerals, and even your carbs, because that is what gives you the energy to go out there and exercise, to run, to lift the weights, and so on. And so those are my tips. I mean, I don't know if they're tips or just what I did. I'm pretty sure they'll work for everybody, so I'm gonna call them my tips, but they're also what I did to grow my hair from shoulder length to waist length. Thank you for watching, and I hope these will help you on your quest for healthy hair. Do check out my blog at belowthewaist.blogspot.com, my Facebook page Below the Waist, and of course my Instagram at ABVI_JOJO. Ta-ta!